Hello everyone, it's Helen from Journaling Planet, and today we're going to make some secret journaling spots. I'm saying secret in inverted commas like that because I don't think you have to be a genius to figure out where the journaling spot is. In fact, we hope that you don't, because otherwise people might not know where to look for them. So we're going to start off with we're going to need some book pages for this, and ideally quite ornamental book pages. So I have got quite a plain one here, which I might put an embellishment on, but things like this, nature, or a children's book page would work really well for this project. So I'm going to show you three different ways. The first way I'm going to show you is possibly the most straightforward way, which is just to fold a book page in half. We're going to be doing that anyway, so that is part of the gig for all three designs. And I'm just going to trim the edge off where I've ripped. I'm not going to use the whole length of this. So we've got a small tag or a small strip of paper that will become a tag that is a sort of the size that you'd be able to slot into a pocket. Okay. I think the key thing with this is to make sure that the piece of paper is wide, because you're going to be journaling on the inside of it, and I'll show you what we do with that shortly. So in order to make my tag, it's a very complicated process. I have to just trim two of the corners off. These are going to be quite big triangles, I've decided, to really emphasize the tag shape. I'm going to trim here on this side as well, but it'll still keep the fold in the middle. By the way, I don't think I invented this. I'm sure that other people have done it on other channels. I haven't seen anything, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't been done. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to punch the front, what will be the front. Okay, I'm going to do that now. I'm then going to have you ever had one of these do not bend envelopes through the post? They are incredibly useful for junk journaling. Cardstock on the back, nice sturdy cardstock. On the front, brown paper. I'm being careful not to turn this over because it has my address on the back of it. I just trimmed off the rough edges where I'd torn it off, and those torn edges went into my scrap box because even these are useful in junk journaling. And I'm going to use this as a way of covering the inside of this tag. It will strengthen it, but it will also be a place to write some nice brown paper. You might be wondering why I punched the front, which I'll explain shortly, but first of all, let me glue this down. Okay, because of the extra thickness on the paper, you might need to adjust the fold a little bit at the side, but that's okay, it does all work out, and then you have this lovely thing where you open it up and you can journal in it. But Helen, why did you punch before you back the paper? Now you've got to punch it again. You may not need to do this, but it is to remind me that I'm only to punch through the front. It will become quickly apparent why. And it also just gives me a little marker for that. So if I'm going to, this is pretty much the end of the project, apart from topping the very top of the tag, okay? What I'm going to use to do that is just a bit of lace. I do have a video on 10 ways to top a tag, but I'm looking for something very simple for this. So I'm just going to go with a bit of lace. And the reason I'm not pushing it through both sides is that for two reasons. One, I want it to be obvious to whoever it is who has this journal that there is an opening, and the material at the top will make that really clear. It will sort of prop open the tag. But the second reason is that in order to access the journaling spot, if I punch at both sides, they will have to untie it every single time, and I don't want them to have to do that. If you don't mind that, you can just, put it through both sides, but I just want literally people to be able to go, oh, that's nice, and start writing on the inside. Whereas if I punch through this, they'll have to go, oh, and have to start opening it, okay? I just want them to be able to open it and start writing and put this in a pocket. That is it. I don't think this needs any more embellishment. It's a cute tag. I'm probably just going to neaten off the edges where the brown paper is showing a little bit at the front. But that's it. That's the first journaling spot done. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of inking. Why not? let's move on to the second one. Doing my same classic move as last time, folding it in half. I don't want a tag that's massive, but I will need the extra paper that I cut off, so I'm just going to cut along here. I think that's a neat enough tag size. I am going to repeat the process that I used before. Okay, fold, adjusted, and ends trimmed. You see, if you have little bits like this, backing it with the brown paper just, you know, prevents you from having to worry about that edge being ripped. It just backs it, and that's fine. So I'm just going to go through again with my punch. So that's cute. Okay, very cute. But what we're going to do is a little added extra. And I'm just wondering if my little envelopes that I made sitting in front of the TV are going to fit perfectly. Is we're going to glue a little paper envelope. It can be one you've made, or it can be one that is shop bought. It just needs to fit inside your envelope. Go through your envelope stash, and we're going to glue that in as a little extra. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to put it with the flap this side, so that it doesn't get in the way of my writing here. So that will just fold in like that. And if I want to, I can just secure this with a little bit of washi, so that it can be open and closed, and the washi acts as a little closure. I'm not going to get more complicated than that about the closure, because it's a tiny envelope. Okay, so I'm not going to spend more time than that on a closure for a tiny envelope. So that's one with the envelope, one without the envelope. I have saved the most complicated to last. So I'm going to use the children's book page for this. I'm going to fold it in half as usual. I'm not going to have a tag that is this size. That's just ridiculous. I don't have a journal big enough to really accommodate a tag of that size, unless maybe I was using it as an embellishment on the front cover, which of course you can do. That is one thing you can do with tags, but I'm going to assume that this one is going inside the journal. So let's just cut it down a little bit. That's lovely. Okay, very pretty. Now, I don't need to glue anything on the inside of this. If it was slightly thinner paper, I would, but this isn't going to be the journaling spot this time. So I'm going to take my glue, and there's a few places that I'm going to glue. I'm going to glue along the bottom, and I'm also going to glue along this bit here to seal the top. So there'll only be the side open. So it's like a side loading pocket, but it's in the shape of a tag. So with a bit of luck, that will be sealed at the top and sealed at the bottom. And this time I didn't need to do my punch, because I will do punch through both sides. So that's fine. And I have this in the middle. And what I need to do is measure. I know I don't like measuring either, how long this is and how wide it is. And this is the only bit of measuring in this whole project, so let's see if I can get it right. So looking at about, I shouldn't say about, should I? I should really figure out where the glue ends. I'm going to say to the end of this pane here, that's roughly where I glued to. So let's say to the end of that pane is 12 centimeters. In inches, four and 3/4. And widthways, we're looking at 8 centimeters dead on. Remember this envelope I showed you, the back of it, the do not bend envelope? That's what I'm going to use. Okay, by some miracle, that actually fits in there quite nicely. And I think it will come out even easier once the glue has dried a little bit. So whilst that glue is drying, I'm going to obviously cover this brown piece of paper. That's looking lovely, and you know, it's coming out nicely now. So of course what I want to do is I want to also cut a tab. Okay, and luckily I have this really nice piece of paper here at the end. What I wanted to do was use my circle punch, but I don't think there's not quite enough paper there. It would have to be from there, but that's actually fine. So if you don't have a tab punch, never fear, you can make a tab out of anything. Actually, you can make a tab out of any shape. It doesn't have to be the standard tab shape. See how cool that looks? I'm just going to fold it over. And if I wanted to, I could just stick it down like that. I want that side showing really so that it has this, you know, I'm going to neaten this edge, but so it has sympathy with that edge, and just glue it on the top there like that. So when that is dry, which hopefully won't be too long, I'll be able to pull that out of this cute little tag. So I'd be able to then, you know, if I wanted to journal on the back of here, very easily. I could even journal on top of the back of the tab, because the way that I've placed that. Okay, I have topped this tag now. Just about managed to avoid punching poor Rupert in the face. Sewed around the edge here to strengthen where the glue is. I did have to trim a tiny bit more off this. I've decided I'm just going to ink around both the tag and the inside journaling spot. I did have to trim a bit more off here once I'd sewn, so I would say actually make your card a little bit thinner than the dimensions of the tag, especially if you're going to sew. There's my big tip. That's what I learned. That's what I took away. And I'm just going to ink around this one, which was sewed around as well. Secret journaling spot on envelope, stray pieces of corner that we don't want in there. And then that on the back, lovely. And then this last one's already been inked, but I have sewn around it. I'll just do a little bit of ink on the back and we're done. I hope this has been an inspiring video and that you now have some ideas of how you can secretly hide some journaling spots into your tags. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.